In our previous episode, we discussed the number one cause of all disease in this world. Yes, there is only one disease in this world. Only one disease in this world. You are shocked, Abi? You are shocked, right? Yes. There is only one disease. We don't have these numerous diseases. No. We have only one disease. And that is what we discussed in our previous video. And this one disease we are talking about is no other than mucus, or phlegms. In Ghana here we call it amamai. And this mucus is always caused by high intake of foods that are high in carbohydrates. So depending on where this mucus will develop or will pile up, that will determine the name of the disease. That is how come we have several diseases, name of diseases. So if this mucus is developing from your pancreas, we call it type 1 and type 2 diabetes. If this mucus is developing in your lungs, we can call it pneumonia, we can call it asthma. If this disease is being developed in your heart, we can call it coronary heart disease or heart problem. If this disease is developing in your kidneys, or this mucus is developing in your kidney, we can term it kidney infection or kidney stones. So depending on where this mucus will develop or will pile up, that will determine the name of the disease. But in general, we have only one disease in this world. Only one disease in this world. And in that video, I went ahead to promise that in my next one, which is this one, I am going to show you one of the easiest way to treat any disease you are battling with. Any disease, you can simply cure or treat any disease just with one simple blow, just one simple therapy. That's all. If you haven't watched that our previous video, check the description area of this one. The video is there. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click onto the notification bell. Select all so that you get all our notifications. I hope you understand. So let me tell you, if you are sick, whether you are sick of diabetes, whether you are suffering from high cholesterol, whether you are suffering from pneumonia, any disease you are being confronted, the only way you can tackle this disease is by way of cutting the intake of carbohydrate foods. Carbohydrate is what is making us sick, because high intake of carbohydrate will lead to high excess of mucus in our system, because the byproduct of every carbohydrate is what? Is mucus. And the more our body piles mucus, the more the body becomes inflamed. So you realize that there will be shortage of what? Of oxygen. There will be lack of free flow blood circulation. Blood will not be circulating easily. It is mucus which normally will go into your veins and stack your veins. Anybody who is suffering from thrombosis, blood clot is caused by nothing but mucus. It is mucus. When your blood is full of mucus, the blood becomes clotted, and this blood clot will what? Will narrow your blood vessels, and it will prevent hemoglobin, other nutrients, oxygen from what? From flowing through your body. And these areas which are not getting blood and oxygen will become highly inflamed. So everything is caused by excess mucus in the system, and you can only solve all these diseases through the what? The cutting of intake of carbohydrate foods. And carbohydrate foods are grains. Carbohydrate foods are tubers, to a larger extent, certain vegetables and certain fruit. Vegetables like carrot, vegetables like cauliflower, vegetables like cabbage, beetroot, kale, and so on and so forth. They are all, not natural vegetables. They are all hybrid vegetables. They are genetically modified. They are made from the laboratory, and therefore it is full of carbohydrates. There is nothing in there that can help your body to become healthy. And these grains too are all full of carbohydrates. So if you take too much grains, if you take too much tubers, if you take too much of these vegetables I've just mentioned, there is a likelihood that your body will suffer from high excess mucus. Now, I know you have started asking yourself, now doc, what topic are you discussing today? Now that you said we should stop taking grains, because virtually the food we eat here in Africa are all made up of grains: maize, rice, wheat, mention them, millet, and so on and so. They are all grains, and these foods are killing us. And then come to the tubers, the yam, the potatoes, the cassavas. These are the foods we eat here in Africa, and these are the exact food which are killing us here in Africa. Now, the best food you can eat to survive, which will become compatible with your body, that is what? That is high intake of animal products. Yes, in the past, we were all, speaking vehemently against the intake of animal product, and we were made to know that animal products are bad for the system. We were made to think that animal products are very, very dangerous. And because of this doctrine, I personally speaking to you, I used to be a vegetarian. Yes, I used to be a vegetarian. I went through the process for almost 2 to 3 years being a vegan, being a vegetarian, and I saw hell. I saw hell. That is the exact reason why I stopped being vegetarian. I saw hell because we were reading books by then. That is why I'm saying that if you are a herbal practitioner, if you are a health practitioner, you shouldn't rely mostly on books, because the books are going to bombard your mind. I used to be a vegetarian because we were made to understand that intake of animal products, intake of meat, fish, and the rest are not good for the body. Meanwhile, not knowing that these are the foods that become a bit compatible with the body, that resonates with the body, because our system, our digestive juice is made up of hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid is designed to what? To digest animal protein, animal foods that are high in animal destin. That is what hydrochloric acid is made to digest. But in the past years, about 8-9 years ago, I was advocating vehemently against the intake of animal protein, animal product, until I got to know that okay, that is not the case. It is either you balance it or you go the animal way, then you forget about the carbohydrates. So I am throwing a challenge to anyone who is watching me right now. You can do this experiment. If you are having any serious disease, any sickness, stop taking any food that are high in any carbohydrate. Stop taking carbohydrate and concentrate on only animal protein, fish, meat, chicken, and the rest. Just eat them. You can be balancing it with some vegetables. Okay, just make and pure milk. Forgot to add pure milk. When I say pure milk or fresh milk or raw milk, not pasteurized milk, raw milk, raw milk. When I say raw milk, I mean milk which is gotten straight direct from the cow and which has not been boiled, which has not been processed. It is called raw milk. Very, very amazing, especially when it is gotten from a cow which was fed grass, not malt, grass. Very, very important. You can combine and start eating them and see how your health, and start taking whatever medication you are taking, especially herbal products, and see how your system is going to be. The moment you stop taking carbohydrates, your system will start resetting itself. Your system will start resetting itself because your body doesn't need carbohydrates. This might be quite controversial because when you look at our previous videos about 7 years ago videos, you will see that we are contradicting ourselves, because in those eras we were speaking vehemently against intake of meat, and we were supporting vegetarianism, especially vegan. I don't go against others, types of vegetarianism like pescatarian. Pescatarian is very good. Lacto-ovo vegetarian, very powerful. Ovo vegetarian, good. And lacto vegetarian, good. But the vegans are those who don't eat anything from animal, and they only rely on fruit and vegetables and plant-based food. Those people, if they will come and tell us the truth, you will realize that indeed they are indeed passing through hell, because it is going to affect your eyesight. Yes, because your body is not getting any protein, any fat to work with, any energy. You understand? So this is quite controversial, and it will sound a bit novel to you, especially those of you who have been following me just recently. But let me tell you, we Secrets of Health, anything we find and we deem it fit, we realize that it is going to help humanity. Whether we spoke against it or not, we will come and say it. So I don't mind if in the past I spoke vehemently against eating of meat, and now I am in support of it. I don't care. But there is a condition in all of that. The fact that we say you should continue to eat meat, or we should eat meat, that doesn't mean the floodgate has opened. No. There is conditions. There is a way of preparing the meat. Okay? Here in Africa, the kind of meat we eat are not good, are not the best. How we prepare the protein, the animal proteins are not the best. One day, in my next video, I will tell you how to prepare a high protein meat that is going to give you all the healing properties, all the benefits. Under no circumstance should you boil a meat, overboil a meat. A meat should be slightly cooked and slightly raw. That is the best way to eat meat, to eat animal protein. Even egg, you can eat egg, but don't overboil the egg. Okay, very, very important. That is another topic for another episode. Share this video to your friends and family and people around you. Subscribe to the channel. Click onto the notification bell icon, select all so that you get our next notification, and don't forget to click any of these videos you see on your screen and continue to learn from this page. I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day.